Today we're going to present Math Olympiad published by Educational Publishing House. Educational Publishing House has published Olympiad book since long time ago. The initial publication is Book 1, Book 2, Book 3 of Math Olympiad's competition manual. Book 1 especially is for age 7 to 8, which is primary 1 to 2 in Singapore. Book 2 is for primary 3 and 4, which is age 9 and 10 in Singapore. Book 3 is for primary 5 and primary 6, which is age 11 and 12. These three books has been selling well as bestsellers in Singapore, and it is gonna be phased off and replaced by this series, which is called Basic. Math Olympiad for Primary School Basics is a new edition to represent the three books combined in one book. In details, these books have comprehensive coverage of topics, questions of higher order thinking skills, a range is increasing level of difficulty, exposure of problem-solving heuristics, step-by-step worked solutions for complete understanding. Teachers or students can do assessment or exercises to face Olympiad competitions, to do the practice day by day to prepare themselves. Again, Educational Publishing House presents a new book called Preparing for Primary Maths Olympiad Competitions. The key features about this book is it is designed and prepared by a trainers from Math Hub Singapore. It has a wide variety of non-routine problems to hone problem-solving skills. It also has 10 specially crafted practice papers to prepare pupils for various mathematical Olympiad competitions. Detailed worked solutions to facilitate efficient self-learning. Now let's review and go details about these books. First of all, this book is published in the year of 2018. Preparing for Primary Math Olympiad competitions is written by Math Hubs to introduce mathematical Olympiad to young mathematics enthusiasts and engage their interest at an early stage. The ability to recognize patterns, make deduction through logical reasoning, and have good number sense are some of the essential skills required for mathematical Olympiad competitions. Preparing for Primary Maths Olympiad competitions is designed for primary school pupils and contain topics that help pupils develop their competency in tackling challenging and non-routine problems. Each of the first 18 chapters begins with an overview, followed by the detail of worked examples and tips to facilitate guided learning. The last practice sections that follows after the worked examples provide a wide variety of non-routine problems to allow pupils to hone their problem-solving skills. Additional 5 sets of each Primary 5 Mathematical Olympiad practice papers and Primary 6 Math Olympiad practice papers are specially designed as a comprehensive additions to these Math Olympiad competition books. You can see each set of the papers contain 30 questions that cover a wide range of topics and question styles that are typically set during mathematical Olympiad competitions. By practicing this diverse range of mathematical problems, pupils will build up their confidence in tackling questions in the mathematical Olympiad competitions. Detailed work solutions is also provided. The table of content consists of chapter 1 until chapter 18. IQ logic, number summations, average, patterns, arithmetics, calendar, logical deduction, rate and proportion, speed, divisibility and remainders, partial fractions, permutation and combinations, worst case scenario, circles, area and perimeter, volume and surface area, angles, geometry. After doing assessments and review on these 18 chapters, at the end it also given, you can say 1/3 of the books is also have practice papers. For Primary 5 has 5 sets, Primary 6 have 5 sets. And about 10% of the thickness will be the work solutions, which consists of 16 pages. Now let's review two chapters, which is the IQ logic chapters and chapter 10's divisibility and remainders as a samples of the content of this book. Initially, it begins with overview. It gives you some theory and some understanding about what is overview of tessellations, what is symmetry, what is line of symmetry, and shape division, shape shifting, patterns, etc. It also gives you some understanding about what are all these terms, what are the details about what is mentioned in here. Later on, it provides some work examples. The implementation of the theory here will be implemented in these questions and how to solve it. Examples 1, 2, 3, and maybe more. And then several practices to make sure the students understand what has been taught. By running this practice, it's going from easy questions, simple questions, to getting more difficult and getting more difficult at the end. So it will tell the students how to implement the theory in front and to do the problems at the end. Now going to chapter 2, etc. We try to look at chapter 10 as comparison. Chapter 10 talking about divisibility and the remainders. Give you some overview. Number x is divisible by another number y, etc. etc. It explains about divisibility and work examples that come with it. Several work examples. Then start to do the practice questions. Okay. Now the same thing will be repeated until chapter 18. Now, this will be end of the books. For the table of content between chapter 1 to chapter 18 will be ended in page 180. From the practice paper will be started in the other parts of the book. As you can see, another 2/3 of the book started with practice paper. For primary 5, as if they are doing the test, as if they are doing the competition, the timing and the questions are given. This is the sample for first sets. They also prepared second sets with the details about questions and the mark. Set 3, set 4, set 5. For primary 5, have 5 sets of questions. Then followed by primary 6, another 5 sets of questions. Sets 1, sets 2, sets 3, sets 4, and sets 5. Now, after that, about 10% of the thickness, the book provides some solutions to enable students to do their self-checking, self-learning, so they have more confidence to do questions until the end. Again, this book is newly published in 2018 and is a preparation for children, for students, for the Olympiad competitions. So good luck studying, good luck learning. Educational Publishing House presented these books for the public, and Little Bookworm bring it into Indonesia for students in Indonesia and for the teachers in Indonesia. Let's do our best for the Olympiad competitions.